Hello and welcome back to my channel, Mend with Mare. All right, you all, it is a hot, sunny day in New York City. All I'm focused on right now is staying light and cool. I want to thank so many of you that have supported the channel through my PayPal. Whoa, you are really helping me out here to get a lot more videos out more often. Recent ones were Krista and Mateo. I would say other names, but I just don't know if you all are comfortable with that or if you're okay with me saying first and last name. You let me know. You all really wanted me to do Wildflower Wildfire. That is some strong alliteration. I love it. I don't know anything about this song, but Lana has just been blowing my mind. She is just such... Does that mean that she can't promise them? Can't promise the person she's speaking to very much, because promising you a million tomorrows isn't really possible. But there's something different here. There's something different in her voice. I don't know, maybe I haven't listened to enough Lana to know if this is different, but it feels different, like, because I know you want to talk about it. It's like her voice went a little different there, which gives me the sense that this is probably something hard to talk about. This is sad. It's talking about laying down like a bed of wildflowers at your feet and smelling like gardenias and nourishing you while it happening in a hazy way, which is really, that could be like covertly or in a fogged up way. So I don't know if it's something that she willingly wants to do. Being everything, beauty, sweetness, kindness, for someone else, and that this isn't necessarily for her. I might be reaching, but I'm gonna try to let myself listen to a little bit more before I start. Absolutely gorgeous to me. I hear her talking about things that burn and that she can't even really feel it. Like she can't feel the hot weather, hot coffee. Gosh, the image that just popped into my mind was of my friend who I grew up with, and she had a stroke at 26, and it resulted in her having aphasia, but also having, nerve issues. She couldn't feel temperatures. So if she was cooking, if her hand was sitting on the burner, she wouldn't know because she couldn't feel it. And I think about that happened to her physically from a stroke. Lana's talking about that this has probably happened from something emotionally, that she can't even feel things that are really, really bad. She wouldn't even know like hot weather or hot coffee or someone who's burning or hurting someone else. But it sounds as if she doesn't want to turn into that. Like, even though a wildfire can be very bright, she wants to light someone up though with her smile and doesn't want to do it in a burning way. Instead, she wants to be like a bed of wildflowers that are soft and gentle. But wildflowers are fragile. They can get destroyed pretty easily. They're very delicate. And when she talks about how she's been running on stardust alone, it's like the dusty material that's between stars. She's saying that she's not the star. She's not burning bright as a star. She's just running on like the dust from other stars maybe, or from the heat potentially. She's really being honest. Her word choice is really important because she's saying that her father never stepped in when his wife, I believe, is her mother. And I don't think that it was a second marriage or anything. I think from what I know, from what you all have told me, she's had issues with her mother. So that's how distant she feels from her mom. She would never call her a mom or a mother. She's saying his wife. So she's saying, my dad never stepped in. So what she's insinuating here is that if her dad never stepped in, he never stopped the abuse. Whatever form of abuse it was, verbal, emotional, physical, she's saying that she wasn't protected at all from the rage, from the fire, maybe. That means that she has a mother wound, for sure, that has left her awkward, but sweet. The problem when you have a mother wound is that it really affects your attachment style. That could make her anxious or avoidant with relationships. She doesn't just have a mother wound, she also has a father wound, I believe, by what she's saying here, because If there's one caregiver that is being abusive and the other adult caregiver does not step in, which they do have a duty to do that, you learn that no one's going to save you in times of need. And it really does skew your perception of reality, because why would a parent, somebody that you love, first of all, treat you that way? But then also, why wouldn't her father also step in to stop the abuse? So she's got, I feel bad for her because she's getting hit from both sides, which leads to a lot of problems in your teenage into your adult life. It leads to a lot of feelings of self-doubt, and it can be really hard to maintain intimate relationships with people. A lot of failed relationships, low self-esteem, a lot of mental health issues can occur because of this. Behaviors and toxicity in relationships, which have already come to light through some of the songs that I've already done. So it sounds as if this abuse that she suffered when she was young, it had lasting effects on her. That could be what led her to hospital. She's gone to hospitals. Like, it's led to really tough situations. But those lyrics when she talks about that later came lithium. So lithium is used to stabilize someone's moods. And typically it's a result of a heightened mood more so. So mania, hypomania, but it's very strong, and it affects your central nervous system greatly. And because of that, I think that it brought her down, and it probably numbed her out, or maybe put her a little bit more in tune with her like lower mood side than mania, perhaps. And that's where all of the poetry came, and it flowed through because of that. But it also probably numbed her out to the point where she wasn't able to feel things that came at her, like I think maybe her mother's rage so much. Oh God. And it makes so much sense. If she was emotionally or verbally abused by her mother, physically abused by her mother, her father didn't step in, she's not going to be like that, like them, and burn things down. But she's also, unfortunately, having to look toward the person that she's in the relationship with. I think in terms of behavior, like looking at the other person, like, I learned from you how you're supposed to be, maybe like how you treat other people, or how you're supposed to be treated, maybe. She's learning it from the person in the relationship, which is problematic in the sense of it aligns with codependent relationship. It really aligns with having a mother wound. But it breaks my heart, because when all you've known is abuse from people that are supposed to care for you, you have a very, very hard time making a secure attachment. And you have a very hard time understanding who you are. And she's probably overly critical of herself. She probably has struggled with low self-esteem. I think I listened to an interview that a awesome person, Sarah, sent to me, that was of Lana. And she was talking to a radio host person, and they were saying, like, oh my gosh, like, Norman effing Rockwell was just what an amazing album it was. But all Lana she pointed out, and granted, I don't know all of her history, I don't know everything about it, but she pointed out, like, the one bad review that she got. And for like putting out an album and only getting one bad review, your album is probably really, really good. But the fact that she focused in just on that's a cognitive distortion that is probably very much a result of an overly critical, harmful, abusive mother and father. She's just going on sheer willpower to get through and to continue on, and that's brutal. She deserves so much more than that. We all do. You do, I do, we all deserve so much more. All right, this was emotional. I feel like it rising in my chest, so I might need to go and like let some tears out and reflect. All right, sending love to you all. This was good. All right.